reasons. Advocates of population control, which is nothing more than a disguise for modern-day eugenics, have long pressured for one-child policy to be enforced in the West. In 2009, an article written by Canada's National Post argued for a planetary law such as China's one-child policy is the only way to reverse this disastrous global birth rate. In his 1977 book, Eco-Science, current White House science czar John P. Holdren floated the idea of forced abortions and compulsory sterilization amongst a raft of other draconian population control techniques, all of which would be carried out by the planetary regime. Boy, that doesn't sound too New World Order-ish. And he's the current White House czar. Current. During a speech at Sichuan University last year, Vice President good old Joe Biden told an audience that he fully understands China's one-child policy. News network CNN, in addition to billionaire Ted Turner and other elitists, along with a whole host of pressure groups committed to pushing for population control, have all advocated the one-child policy. As we reported last month, a paper published in the Journal of Medical Ethics, authored by top academics at the University of Melbourne, argued that abortion should be extended to make the killing of newborn babies permissible, even if the baby is perfectly healthy. You know what? If you're going to do it, if you're going to abort your baby, they should do it that way. You know why? I'm not advocating abortion, obviously. But you know why? You shouldn't be able to kill it when it's 2 hours old, 2 days old, 2 months old, or 9 months. Partial birth. My daughter, Taylor, she has a Christian friend, and they found this thing up on the internet about this diagram of what actually happens during abortion. And it wasn't like the pictures, it was diagrams. And Taylor really didn't understand the mutilation that occurs during an abortion. I never really got into the gory details, but she's like, I had no idea. It was so unbelievably. She was thinking, well, maybe they inject it, kill it humanely as possible. No. It's barbaric as you could possibly get. Partial birth abortion, they literally, that occurs in 8, 7, 9 months. They literally deliver the baby into the birth canal. Imagine they induce labor. They literally deliver the baby into the birth canal and essentially put scissors into the baby's head and then open a hole up and suck the brains out. I mean, it's as barbaric and evil of a thing as I've ever seen. I got a report this week from this guy, these devil abortion doctors. They are so evil. They are so from the pits of hell. I don't even know how they could walk around on planet Earth and God not strike them dead. But these guys, this guy from India, where a lot of these Eastern countries, they eat the babies. They value them as a delicacy. And they had nurses, and they showed pictures of this guy's abortion, how unbelievably unsanitary it was. And like I said, I've reported on India and Hinduism a lot, and that is one of the most unsanitary, evil, disgusting religions and countries. Now, that doesn't mean I don't want them to get saved. I'm just saying they do some really disgusting things. They worship the god of dung. It's one of their main gods. They literally bring this god feces. They literally take cow dung and put it on. I've seen documentaries where they do it. They put cow dung on their floors and make it nice and shiny. They cook with it. How disgusting this guy from India, he was this abortion doctor in America, was. And he would literally take the babies that he was aborting, and they had seen him take little innocent babies and literally stir them into soup that he was eating at lunch after he had done this. And that's not the only story. There is many, many, many a story of the barbarity of these disgusting devil abortion doctors that we literally really need to be praying specifically against them and Planned Parenthood for God's destruction on them. Not saying I'm not advocating anybody go out and, you know what I mean, take this into your own hands. I'm saying let God do it, because God can do it, and they need it. I mean, that all men would see and fear and declare the work of God. The Bible says, but God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Who? The workers of iniquity. People that, and again, if it be possible, I pray their soul be saved. But God, if not, but God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongues to fall upon themselves. All men shall see and fear and declare the work of God, that they shall wisely consider of his doing. The righteous shall be glad in the Lord and trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. That's the end of Psalm 64. And again, you might want to listen to that teaching I've done on Psalm 64, or in precatory prayer. Just key in 64, or Psalm 64, in the keyword search box at contendingfortruth.com. These dudes, they're not even, they don't even act human. Most of these abortion doctor guys. I mean, how could you do that all day long? And have no conscience. Talk about having your conscience seared with a hot iron. And they think they're doing something really good for humanity. They think that they're doing their community service, evidently, by keeping the population down. Again, I can't imagine the spot in hell reserved for them. I can't even imagine. I wish they would all be shown that spot in hell. Every one of these dudes, every one of the nurses doing this, every one of the abortion clinic owners, and a lot of them, again, are witches and warlocks, and I've proven that. It's a proven fact, and they view these as sacrifices to their gods, whether they call it Artemis, Moloch, Chemosh, Lilith, you name it. That's how they view these abortions going on in their clinic. And not only that, they're making tons of money. Well, the love of money is the root of all evil, and they get to serve their God as well. I wish they were all shown a spot in hell of where their destiny is. For about, I don't know, at least a minute. It would probably be a mass conversion of a lot of these people that are abortion doctors. Or I don't know. I mean, if their conscience seared with a hot iron, if they cross the line with God, I mean, I don't see a lot of conversions happening of abortion doctors. I just don't want to limit God, is what I'm saying. Or at least it would, bare minimum, it would cause them to stop. I mean, one of the attributes of a Christian is defending the cause of the fatherless and the cause of the innocent and the helpless. And how more helpless can you get than a baby in the womb? And I just pray God does it. You know, I pray God intervene in every one of these situations and stop this unbelievably sick, horrific, demented, twisted, barbaric, pagan evil that is going on planet Earth. Because I don't think there's anything more on planet Earth that grieves God more than this. And now they're arguing, the University of Melbourne's arguing that abortion should be extended to make the killing of newborn babies permissible, even if the baby's healthy. The authors argued that both fetuses and newborns do not have the same moral status as actual persons. When do they become an actual person? When do they cross that line? Kind of funny, because the Bible says, when God was talking to Jeremiah, it says, before I formed thee in the womb, I called thee and ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Before. So in God's eyes, you're already a person. Before you're even conceived. I mean, the spirit and the soul. Well, surely you are when you're at conception. But according to these devils, both the fetus and the newborn do not have the same moral status as actual persons. And that because abortion is allowed even when there's no problem with the fetus's health, killing a newborn should be permissible in all cases where abortion is, including cases where the newborn is not disabled. Okay, you're going to do it that way. Force everyone to do it that way. This is the way it should be done. If you're going to do this, if you're going to do something this evil and this barbaric, you know what? The mom shouldn't get a free pass. Nor the dad. Neither. Taylor and I were actually discussing this. You know what they should be forced to do? Deliver the baby. Because right here it's saying that you should be able to kill your newborn. Okay, fine. Now I've heard all the way up to 3 years old. But no. Do it on the newborn. Deliver the baby. Okay. Do everything to have the healthy baby birth. Give the baby to the mom. Force her to stay in the room with it for, I don't know, at least a day. Bond the father and then